Fortis Green. So, I'm in North London. I'm in North 10. And this is because I don't really know this area well enough, and I've come here a few times in recent months with my wife. Just we were going to certain places, and it is a part of the world that I have really neglected, I have to say. The main thing for me about Muswell Hill, and it will strike a chord with quite a lot of people watching this if you are of that inclination, is that it is really very heavily linked to the Kinks, the famous band. So it sounds a bit rubbish saying the famous band. They were famous, they are famous, because the members of the band, the two brothers in particular, Dave and Ray, are still with us, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously more than the Kinks, isn't it? But the Kinks are a big part of this area in terms of their link to the area, their early life, and throughout their life, I should imagine. I'm waffling slightly, but I'm just walking towards the Clissold Arms, which is called, well, it's called the Clissold Arms, but it has a big reference to the Kinks on there. Sorry, I was looking at that old Renault van. It's a nice part of the world, this, I have to say. Every time I come here, it sort of grows on me more, and I can see why people like it as much as they do. And I can also see, just finding a quieter spot, I can also see why the song that the Kinks did, Village Green Preservation Society, you can see to some degree, why it's sort of formulation, really, because there's something about this area which is quite villagey and very, very English. There's probably a lot of wind on this, with the noise, sorry, of the wind. Police station, the old police station. And yeah, it's very nice. There's something about it. It's very Victorian. Probably some of it's older than that, quite Edwardian in parts. It's just really nice. It's a nice part of the world. It just has a nice feel to it. I mean, obviously, you have to have a bit of money to live here now. It's not exactly a cheap place to live. Majestic Wine, that used to be a garage, almost certainly. It's next to a car business now. Here we go, the Clissold Arms, look at that. A fantastic mural, which again I hadn't actually noticed that mural before. It's a terrible thing when you have to admit your ignorance and your lack of, I don't know, seeing things sometimes. Aeroplane. But yeah, look, the home of the Kinks, the Clissold Arms. And we can go up, and there's a little plaque on the wall which tells you. There we go. So you have it. That's why it's important. I didn't read that out because I didn't think there was any need to be honest with you. So what I probably should do now is to pause the video. Whoops, off to you. What's nice about what I like about this area is the architecture. There's such a mixture of things here, and this lot over here, which is called the Copse, is a nice example of what I would say is mid-50s, early to mid-1950s. Interesting balconies on them. There's a good range of styles. You've got another one here coming up past this pillar box of the old Renault van. It's a nice, I don't know what you'd call that style. I'd say that's possibly Neo-Georgian. I guess it has that sort of Georgian thing going on with the covers over the balconies and the fan lights over where those doors come out. There's another one which is almost identical after it, but you've also got the Muswell Hill Club, Fitness and Leisure. I don't know what that was originally. It's an interesting looking building. It's nice and green as well. It's a nice time of the year. So look at the horse chestnut with its bloom on there. It's really intriguing place for me anyway. I mean, for some people it might be terribly boring, but I think it's just it has such a nice, dare I say, ambience without sounding like a terrible pretentious so-and-so, but it does. Look at that wonderful shop front. And the tiling here, look, that tiling on there, look at that. Wonderful. I mean, it's not a village, but it really does sum up a little bit what an urban village, especially in London, is. People who want something that has a bit of a feel of a village about it. You know, you've got the trees, you've got the nice old buildings, but like I said, you need a fair amount of money to live here, because it's pretty obvious. I'm not having a go, but it's just I don't know what it was like when the Davis brothers were growing up. I can't imagine it would be a lot different, but I mean, I think it's definitely become more moneyed around here. Gentrification. But I mean, when it was originally built, this area, of course, all this Edwardian and Victorian stuff it would have been a well-heeled area to start off with, so some places just go through changes. Oh, this is a good one, look at that. I believe it's got something to do with the fire brigade. You see, look at the difference. You got this sort of, what I would say is possibly, could be any time really, it could be 20s, 30s, 50s even, Neo-Georgian, and then you got here, just along from it, something very, very different, which is, I'd imagine that's 1990s. That's not brutalism, but it's quite brutal in the change that you get from that to that. And plane trees all being cut back quite severely. But yeah, I shall pause and come back. That's particularly nice, this one. See, I would say this is arts and crafts. It's very, very Edwardian. Really nice and very much sort of John Betjeman stuff. Lovely. Really, really nice. Bit careful that when you're filming stuff, if you haven't got permission, people can get quite funny. In fact, basically, the more money an area has, the more twitchy people get about your filming, which is a great shame in some ways. But there you go. I was just going to say, it's quite trendy at this particular moment to admire whatever that is that's got the purple bloom on it. And I've forgotten. My father was a big fan of it, but I can never remember what it's called when I need to. And that time is now, and I've actually forgotten. Fortis Mere. So picking up off Fortis and Mere, which is, I don't know. Someone will tell me, I'm sure, in the comments. So yeah, Fortis Green. So Fortis Green is the road that I was on, which I've come from that direction, and this is taking me into Muswell Hill. It's peak. Look at all this lovely trimmed vegetation, whatever you want to call it. Topiary, sort of. It's for sale if you're looking to buy it. I don't think I could ever afford anything like that. Not unless I won the lotto. Don't play it, so. I'll probably stop filming now because it's quite difficult. I'm going into quite a busy shopping area. But it's just, I just wanted to shoot a bit of video because I do like this area a lot actually. It's really grown on me. Now before I do finish, look at that. This is one of the buildings that I really do like here in this area. Don't know what it's called. Probably in that guidebook that I got in my bag that will tell me. But look at that. All the original window frames. Corner windows. It's just, I mean, arts and crafts. It's a bit like the one a bit earlier on. The same thing going on with the archways. Fortis Green Road, doesn't say. Fantastic. And not only are the original window frames, but the glass, if you look at it, it's slightly distorted. So that's not mass-produced glass. It's designed to be like that, or manufactured to be. Another foot scraper down here, look. You definitely want to wipe your feet before you went in there, wouldn't you? More of this. And here is another little Kinks reference. We have here the pub called the Village Green. I don't think it was called that before, but again, heavily linking in on the Kinks heritage. Even saying that sounds wrong, doesn't it? I realise that what I'm saying just sounds terrible, you know, the Kinks heritage. It's the sort of thing that Ray Davies would be slightly nauseous about, really. I'm a big fan of Ray Davies. His sensibility sort of, I find, appeal to me, and always have, apart from his terrific songs and music. So yeah, I think I'm possibly going to leave it there because, as I said, it's going to get a bit choppy going through there, and people do get a bit funny about the filming, and it's noisy. So there we go. Thanks for your accompanying me in this little part of North London, and thanks for watching.